Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Spooner Civic Center for the start of another SIJHL hockey season. Tonight's game has the home team, Wisconsin Lumberjacks, fifth place in the league last year, hosting last year's tournament champions, the Red Lake Miners. We welcome you to the first game on SIJHL TV, a new venture for the league. Tonight's game for the Lumberjacks, you will see some familiar names from last year. Quite a few returning players. I think there's 12 total, so as I go through the names tonight, you'll hear some very familiar ones. Red Lake Miners look like they're bringing back just three or four players from last year. We're about for the opening face-off. Forwards you'll see for the Lumberjacks, Ryder McMillan and Sal Pajali, who were the 2 and 3 scorers on our team last year, along with Dylan Phillips. Dylan Jopie and Ryan Kaiser, a rookie this year, are on the points. And in goal will be Kyler Loudon, who was a great backstop for the Lumberjacks last year. Opening face-off, and we have play going on. Center ice. Puck there just inside the Lumberjack zone. Into the corner, McMillan chases it down, puts a hit on. Comes out to Pajali. Pajali centers it in front. Looks like it was turned away. Taken back down ice. Colton Levy. And I apologize in advance. I'm going to butcher a lot of the new names here. I'll do my best. McMillan with it. Pass across Jopie. Jopie with the shot. Goes wide. Almost put on goal there by Phillips. McMillan has it in the corner. Blind passes it behind the net. Picked up by the defender for Red Lake. Cleared to center ice. Picked up there by number 9. R.J. Dickey. R.J. Dickey is a very familiar name. I believe he started last year with Thief River and ended the year with the Miners. Coming down 2-on-2 now for the Lumberjacks. That was Caden Sutter, fanned on the shot. Went in the corner. Turned aside. Brought back out to center ice. Freeze puts it in deep. Puck out to center ice, picked up by Axel Wyatt. Chipped to center ice. Controlled now by the Miners. That's Miners number 15. Puck's offside. The Miners will regroup. Puck right out to center. Carson on the wing with it. Comes in Zach Carson. Puts pressure in the corner. Broken out by the Miners. Oh, comes back to Carson. Carson with a point-blank shot. Steered aside. Steered aside by Jackson Talpert, the goalie for Red Lake, who makes another save and freezes the puck for a whistle. So on the face-off, Shane Casson for the Lumberjacks. And number 15, which I don't have his number here, for the Miners. Puck right out center ice. Taken away there by the Lumberjacks. That was Kaiser who put it in deep. Kaiser with it again at the point, turns. Fires it into the corner. McDonald centers out front. Nobody there for the pass. Just past the stick. Ooh. Kaysen got a shot on goal. Jopie controls center ice. Tries to flip it in. Hits McDonald. Puck still in center ice, controlled now by Red Lake Miners. Shot in deep by Bertschinger, and they go for a change. Red Lake allowing Jopie to bring the puck out. Jopie into center ice. Brings it across, dumps it into the corner. Centers front for Hacker, but the goalie steers it aside. Jopie still controlling it in the corner. Comes out with the puck. Pressure's being put on. Player knocked down by Rezak, gets right back up, takes the puck, shoots it in deep. Colton Kreiser with the puck for Red Lake, tries center, nobody home, comes out to the point, shot wide. That was Bull with the shot. Puck's across Wyatt. Wyatt brings it up the boards, just too far for Staley. Controlled by Red Lake, center ice. Chrysler with it again. Gives it ahead to Dickey, but put into the corner. Ben Freese had the puck, fighting for it there. Looks like Rezak's able to knock it out to center ice before he goes off for a change. Ferrara with the puck, brings it across, takes a shot, blocked by Wyatt. Centered again, defenseman for the Lumberjacks moves it out. That was Ben Freese again, gets it out to center ice. Pajali dumps it into the corner. Good pressure put on there by Hacker. Hacker centers it out for Ryder McMillan. He shoots and scores. Beautiful pass, I believe, from Connor Hacker. Had McMillan coming in the slot. McMillan top shelves it, gets it by Toppert, and the Lumberjacks have their first goal of the season with 16:07 remaining in the first period. 1-0 lead, Lumberjacks. A lot of pressure so far by the Lumberjacks, only resulting in a couple of shots, but they sure made that one count. As I said, a great pass resulted in a beautiful top shelf stop by McMillan. Puck control, defensive zone by the Miners. Umferville put her into the corner. Taken out there, now Phillips puts it in deep, and I might have been wrong on the assist. I'm thinking it might have been Dylan Phillips who got it, not Connor Hacker. Had the wrong number. Kaiser puts it on net, steered aside. Picked up there by Phillips.
Lumberjacks goal by number 12, Ryder McMillan. Assist by number 20, Dylan Phillips.
And yep, they just called it up officially. It was McMillan on the goal, Phillips on the assist. I apologize on that. I had the wrong number. But either way, 1-0 game and an excellent start by the Lumberjacks. So it looks like Connor Hacker is out for this faceoff. Got Zach Carson and Caden Sutter on the wings with him, with Axel Wyatt and Freese on the defense. Puck controlled by Red Lake. Tried to chip out to center. Sutter's able to keep it in, puts it behind the net. Played by Toppert. Run around. Freese keeps it in. Hacker's able to shoot it in deep. Puck gets out center. Looks like we have a 2-on-1 going for the Miners. That's number 15. Goes, shoots it wide. And again, I apologize. I don't have number 15. I'll try to get that name for you between periods. Puck comes down into the Lumberjacks end. Carson putting on some pressure. Defenseman's able to avoid it. Gets it out, shoots it length of the ice. Will be no icing on the play. Loudon comes out to handle it. Shoots it around to Wyatt. Wyatt brings it back into the opposite corner. A little back and forth between Wyatt and Michael Hendry, number 8 defenseman. Puck comes out center ice. Now Zach Carson with it. Zach tries to put a move on the defenseman. Great defensive play there by Red Lake, number 17. Ooh, that was a nice hit down there, number 11 for Red Lake. Shot wide. Puck here at center ice. Zach Carson ends up with it. He turns, brings it into the zone. Stops, fires, and he scores! Zach Carson made an extra move, dribble with the puck. He was high up about the face-off circle, outside the dot, but he found the low outside pipe, glove side on Toppert, caught the inside of the pipe and scores. A great goal. It just shows the adage, you shoot the puck, you got to shoot to score. And Carson took a great low shot there. Puts the Lumberjacks up 2-0 with 14:05 remaining in the first period. And it's come to my understanding, I guess, that we don't see the banner for the clock on the screen, so I will try to do my best to keep you apprised of that. Jillian Jopi gets an assist on the Carson goal. So that is Zach Carson from Dylan Jopi. Zach Carson, Dylan Jopi, both from Duluth, Minnesota. Good combination there.
And Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy and Jack Links.
Puck in the corner, controlled by the Lumberjacks. That was Kaiser. Brought it to far boards. Brought in now Kaiser. Kaiser gets in the zone, tries to put a move on. Puck knocked away by number 4, Ty Woodard. Puck back in the corner, controlled by the Lumberjacks. That's Phillips, does a good job keeping it away. Rezak there knocked off the puck. Looks like Phillips doing some double duty with a couple different wings this time. It's Rizek and Staley out there with him. Puck controlled by the Miners. Brought out to center ice. That's number 3. He's going end to end with it. Takes it into the corner. 3 is Austin Derzaf. And it looks like a goal. I apologize, I didn't see who got it at the time. I apologize, I was looking down at my scorecard here to get a name, and I missed the goal. So now 2-1 in favor of Lumberjacks. 13:08 remaining in the first period. I will give you the names of the goal once we have them. 9 from 3 and 21 is what I hear. I'll try to get those names for you. Puck controlled by the Miners. R.J. Dickey on the goal.
Assisted by Austin
Derzak. And Christian Umferville on the assists. So Dickey from Zerzak and Umferville. Puck controlled now. Red Lake with some pressure. Loudon steers a shot from the point aside. Picked up in the corner by the Miners. Up the boards. Carson brings it. Carson to center ice. Carson makes a move before the blue line, drawing Caden Sutter offside, and we have a whistle and a neutral zone faceoff. Looks like, is this a media timeout? Looks like we have our first media timeout with 12:31 remaining in the first period of this 2-1 hockey game. Lumberjacks would like to take a moment to recognize their sponsors. Artisam, your resource for all of your outdoor adventures. They are the official sponsor of Parents' Night later in the year. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. 7 Winds Casino, Lodge and Conference Center, a proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Offices of Hayward. Hurt, call Kurt. Spooner and Hayward Physical Therapy. And Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Wisconsin Lumberjacks. So an exciting first period so far. Shots are dead even at 4 apiece. Lumberjacks lead on the scoreboard 2-1. First few minutes of the game, seemed Lumberjacks controlled it pretty well in their offensive zone, but since Red Lake got their goal a minute or so ago, a lot of the play's been down in the Lumberjack defensive zone. So Phillips on the face-off. Got Friesen McMillan with him. Puck goes in deep, controlled by Red Lake. Brought out center ice. That was Phillips, got his pocket picked. Great play there by Red Lake's Bershinger. Bershinger with the puck center ice. He brings it, wraps it around the boards in the offensive zone. Race to the puck. Won by Red Lake, but shot around the corner. Looks like icing called here by the icing on the Lumberjacks. Puck will come back for a defensive zone faceoff. It looks like somebody was trying to get off, or the Freeze was trying to get off the ice. Now we have a center ice faceoff, though, so it looks like they're not calling the icing, which should allow the Lumberjacks to make the change they wanted to change, and it appears they're going to. So I'm guessing one of the refs, linesmen, waved off the icing while the other called it. So center ice faceoff, controlled by the Miners. D-to-D pass ends up over to Woodard. Woodard brings it up to number 15. Brings across center ice. Into the corner. Shot from the point, wide. Comes back out to center right. Ferrara with the puck. Feeds it up. Intercepted there by Kaiser. Kaiser flips it into the offensive zone. Giving chase a couple of Lumberjacks. Looks like Pajali puts him down in the corner. Comes away with the puck. Sal Pajali, named captain of the Lumberjacks this year. Second leading scorer last year. Top returning scorer this year. Puck comes down center ice. Shot in, blocked wide by the Lumberjacks. Jopi with the puck. Jopi's wearing an A this year as an alternate captain. Brings it across center ice. Chips it off the boards and in deep. And wins the race to the puck down low. Puck comes out. Nice feed out of the corner by Sutter. Carson's shot just directed wide. Another attempt by Cason to get it to the front, but blocked by Miners. Scrum in the corner. Carson comes away with it. Shot just over the net. It looks like bad angle shot, but he looked like he might have had an opening. Kept in at the point there. Shot there by Freeze and steered or gloved by Toppert. And we have another whistle. 10:34 remaining in the first period of this 2-1 hockey game. Lumberjacks in the lead. Shots on goal are even at 5. Face-off. Hacker on the face-off. Controlled by Red Lake. Carson behind to Sutter. Red Lake comes out with the puck. Brought up to the point. Goes out to Wyatt. Wyatt shoots, and I don't think the goalie saw it, but I think it might have went off his mask or his upper body. Steered into the corner. Good screen has been put on the front by Sutter there. Puck coming out, R.J. Dickey. Dickey goes around Wyatt. Puck in the corner. Picks it up. Brings it back to the point. Shot back in the corner. Puck shot in deep. Puck at center ice. Looks like Sutter chips it into the zone. Carson tries to win the race, but Toppert's first one there. Shoots it out center ice. Got a 2-on-2 coming back up ice. Pass across to Dickey. Nice save by Loudon there. Kaiser up the boards. Not able to be handled by Sutter. Controlled in center ice by the Miners. Up the boards. Knocked off the puck by Kaiser was Colton Chrysler. Nevertheless, the Red Lake ends up with it. Gets it in deep. Puck comes over. Carson leaves his own with it. Feeds it up for Rizak, but Rizak not able to handle it. The pass was in his skates. You got Kaiser, nice power turn there. He comes up ice, gets it to center ice, and is able to loft it into the minor zone. Pressure across, blind pass across the middle by Red Lake, but nobody was home for that. Now controlled by Red Lake in their defensive zone. Puck brought out of the zone now by Farrar. He brings it across, knocked down there. That was Hayden Staley who knocked it down, made a play. Out to Rizak. Rizak shoots. Save there by Toppert. Nice Rizak, right place, right time. Had a shot at it. Puck comes back out. Staley looked like he might have had a whack at it, but Toppert was all over that one, covered it, and got the whistle. So some good pressure being put on here by the Lumberjacks, and the fourth line wings out there together, getting a couple shots on goal. Offensive zone face-off. Shane Cason will be taking it, brings it across. Controlled, Jopie on the point, dumps it in deep. Okay. Ingram with it behind the net. He takes a bad angle shot. Actually had to be played by the goalie, but he steers it into the corner. Red Lake's bringing the puck out center ice. Nice move there to get by two defensemen. Puck goes into the corner, though, by Evan Maslak. Lumberjacks unable to clear it. Walk in from the point, number 17, shot high wide. That was Trevor Sanderson. Controlled now by Red Lake, taken behind the net there. Controlled behind the net, patiently waiting was Red Lake, but he made the pass to the point, unable to be handled. Puck comes down to the Red Lake defensive zone, controlled by Toppert, who leaves it there for Schlechtel. Control there. So number 15 takes it up. He's knocked off the puck, but right behind him again was number 17. Great play there. Got his pocket picked by Sal Pajali. Coming down is Kaiser. Kaiser shoots it wide. Pajali picks it up in the corner. Brings it back to the defense. Wyatt puts it in on net. Saved by Toppert, and we have a whistle. 7:11 remaining in the first period of this 2-1 hockey game. Lumberjacks in the lead. And have a 10-6 shot advantage by the Lumberjacks. And it looks like we have our second media timeout. I'm going to step away for just 1 minute, and we'll be back shortly. Okay, we're back. Lumberjack Red Lake Minor game. I do have a scoring update on the Lumberjack first goal. Sal Pajali was also credited with an assist after the fact. So Pajali on an assist. Offensive zone faceoff for the Lumberjacks. Puck goes into the corner. Looks like Phillips who's chasing it. Brought out by Dickey. Dickey tries to go past the defenseman, doesn't get it by. Puck picked up at the line. Brought in deep by Miners. No shot on goal. Puck flipped out to center ice. Phillips picks it up, drops it back for McMillan. McMillan walks in, he shoots. Looks like a blocker save by Topper. A point-blank shot by McMillan. Very similar on the other side of the ice to his first goal. Phillips has it, brings it across. Jopie to center ice. Jopie's knocked off the puck. Jopie's a big guy. He get knocked off the play by Hlavy, but Jopie was able to get the puck in deep. Puck ends up on net, and we have another whistle, but not too often you see a guy knocking Dylan Jopie down like that. 6:30 remaining in the first period, 2-1 hockey game. Looks like out on the ice now, taking the face-off was Connor Hacker. Puck out there, he's fighting for it, unable to come away with it. Brought in, kept in at the point by Freeze. Puck was blocked. Hacker with it, walks around, takes a shot. Saved by Toppert. Caden Sutter was camped right in front, trying to get the screen and the rebound. Drew a little attention. Great positioning by him. Toppert up for the save there. 6:19 remaining. Shots on goal, 13-6. So Lumberjacks have done a great job in the last few minutes of opening up the shots on goal. Brought out of the corner. Carson shoots, steered aside by Toppert into the corner. Puck broke up by the Miners. Out in center ice, Freeze's pass was just too far for Hacker. Controlled by the Miners. Center ice. That was Mason Mowat, who was unable to get it in deep. Axel Wyatt just put Mowat down with a nice body check. Puck in center ice. Freeze turns, fires it off the board. Zach Carson picks it up out of his skates. He's got some room to go. Brings into the zone, brings it across to Sutter. Sutter gets a shot on goal. Looks like that was partially deflected, weak shot, but made the goalie make the save. Controlled there. Cason shoots it in deep. Or not deep, he hit he hit the linesman. Puck there, brought in. Defense zone. Cason flips it out to center ice. McDonald waits for it rather than going after the puck, allowing Red Lake to make the play. Took away at the blue line there. Kaiser putting pressure on, but a nice shot taken by number 13. 13 didn't like the way that Kaiser played him, though, and took a nice shot at him. Nothing called. Jopie brought it down. His shot blocked. First shot was blocked aside. Second shot on goal. Save made by Taupert. Kaiser shoots deflected wide. Puck along the corner. Kaiser holds the blue line. Puts it into the far corner. McDonald again kind of waited for the puck to come to him and ended up having it taken away. Puck down. Loudon decides that he's just going to freeze it. Little something going on in the corner there between Kaiser and Maslock, but nothing comes of it. Just a few words exchanged. So we'll have a defensive zone faceoff for the Lumberjacks with 4:23 remaining in the first period. Again, Lumberjacks still lead this game 2-1. Looks like Lumberjacks are coming back with their first line. Phillips, Pajali, and McMillan. Wyatt and Freeze on the point. Off the face-off. A nice shot there by Red Lake. Number 15, again, whose name I don't have up here. He took it off the face-off himself and got a nice shot. Saved by Loudon. Puck controlled by Freeze. Freeze goes up too far for McMillan. McMillan dumped by number 4. McMillan never played the puck, but took a licking for it anyway. Nice play there by Phillips coming back to knock the Red Lake off the puck. McMillan brings it up off the board. Sal Pajali. Pajali, nice move, gets around the D. Puck goes into the corner. He's looking for Phillips out front. Phillips kind of ridden off the play. Puck now controlled by Red Lake. Brought out center ice. They'll come down 2-on-2 with a back checker. Nice play there by 15. He gets around Freeze, takes a nice shot. I don't know if it hit crossbar or if Loudon got a piece of it, but a great scoring chance for the Miners. Puck there. McMillan leaves it for Sal Pajali. Pajali puts it into the corner. Kason chasing down. Toppert brings it back around. Pajali intercepts that pass. Brings it out to Jopi on the point. Jopi moves. Nice shot there. Kason with the screen. Puck steered wide. McMillan behind the net. Looking for someone. Brings it out to Pajali. Pajali takes a shot. Set aside by Toppert again. Another shot on goal. Red Lake breaks it out. Kaiser had lined up number 19. Got a partial hit on him. Puck behind the Lumberjack goal. Taken out by number 24. Out to the point. I don't have number 20's name either. It looks like here. Oh, I do have it. David Bull. Went D-to-D. Bull back with the puck. Chips it by. It goes in a little too deep. Able to be. Kason had it, but unable to clear. Some sloppy play just inside the blue line there. Lumberjacks are unable to clear the zone. Finally, McMillan makes a pass across. Too far for Pajali, but they'll both be able to get a change. So we'll get a fresh 3 forwards for the Lumberjacks, which was needed. Puck dumped in. Brought around Carson, leaves it there for Hacker. Hacker makes a nice move around the forward, gets it out to center ice, brings it in the zone, tries to bring it across for Sutter, but pass was behind him. Along Red Lake to break out. Miners enter the offensive zone. Nice play there at the blue line by Carson. Carson looked like the defenseman that he used to be. Zach was defenseman for us last year. Sutter brings it down, shot on goal, saved by Toppert. Yeah, I was just saying, Zach Carson looked like he was playing defense again there when he was able to stop the puck at the blue line, break it out. He did a great job on defense this year, but moved to forward this year. I think looking for a little more scoring from the forwards. So offensive zone faceoff. Connor Hacker on the faceoff. Sutter comes to help out, chases into the corner. Puck brought out. Dangerous there. Carson right there, but unable to get to the puck. Oh, puck takes a weird bounce out front. Hacker with a shot. Sutter might have had a whack at it too, but steered aside to the corner again. Carson ends up with the puck in the corner, brings it to Hacker. Hacker tries to get it to Sutter, steered aside. Sutter working in the corner. Axel Wyatt steps up, doesn't get the puck, puts a hit on the player. Freeze takes the puck away here, and it looks like we're going to have our first penalty of the game, a tripping call. And Caden Sutter from the Lumberjacks with the first penalty of the season. I didn't see it, but called for a tripping penalty, and he skated right to the bench, knowing that right to the penalty box, knowing that he'd done something wrong. So, with 1:25 remaining in the first period, we have our first power play going to the Red Lake Miners, and Lumberjacks leading 2-1. Defensive zone faceoff on the penalty kill for the Lumberjacks. I see at the forwards it looks like Pajali and McDonald, and Pajali's able to clear it out. Kaiser and Jopi back on the points. Red Lake sets up behind their net. Brought out. Brought across to Ferrara. Nice play there by Pajali to tip it wide. McDonald with the puck in center ice. Bring it in the offensive zone. He tries to bring it across for Pajali. Pajali was covered by 2, but good risk worth taken. Puck brought out again by Ferrara. He dumps it in. Kaiser's able to rub him off. McDonald with it. Brings it across to Jopi. Jopi takes his time. Looked for a hole, but ended up hitting our Miners player. Puck stays in deep. Missed a great opportunity to clear the puck there. Ferrara on the point. Brings it across to Dickey. Dickey into the corner. Back to Ferrara. Miners doing a good job of working the perimeter, but haven't been able to work anything inside yet. McDonald with the puck there, unable to clear as well. So the Lumberjacks missed 2 opportunities to clear the puck this power play. You can't be missing on those. There, McDonald had the puck, shot it right to the defenseman in center ice, but is able to make the change. And we have an offsides, which will bode well for the Lumberjacks. I believe they had gotten both forwards changed, but it gives them an opportunity to change the defenseman if they decide to do so. So 9.4 seconds remaining in the first period, 44 seconds remaining in the penalty time. It's 2-1 hockey game, so basically if the Lumberjacks can control the face-off, ice the puck, they'll get out of this first period with the lead. Puck controlled, shot in on net. Oh, dangerous there. Loudon steers it aside, but there was a player for the Miners on the back door, but Loudon's able to steer it to the corner, and we have the horn ending the first period. A good first period there for the Lumberjacks. Started off to be a pretty even period. At one point, the shots on goal were 6-on-6. Lumberjacks jumped out to a 2-1 lead. First power play of the game will carry over into the second period. There'll be 35 seconds left of Miners power play. Shots on goal for the first period. Lumberjacks with 19. Miners with 10, so Lumberjacks really did open up the second half of the period. We are going to step away, and we'll be back with you for second period action.
Still time to get your...
Welcome back for second period action here from the Spooner Civic Center. Score after one period, Wisconsin Lumberjacks 2, Red Lake Miners 1. For all the fans watching in Red Lake, I do want to apologize. I'm a fill-in announcer here. It's not my forte. I'll do my best to get numbers and names, but I apologize in advance for my ineptitude to getting you some of the information. Face-off start, we have the Lumberjacks killing the penalty. 35 seconds left in Caden Sutter's tripping penalty. Puck controlled by the Miners. Carson forces their defenseman behind the net. Goes for a long outlet pass. Too far for number 17. Will not be icing. Kaiser flips it around to Jopi. Too far for Jopi. Picked up there by Bull. Bull shot on goal. Loudon smothers it. Have a whistle with 15 seconds remaining on the Sutter penalty. Be a defensive zone face-off for the Lumberjacks. Number 15, who I apologize, we still haven't been able to get his name, is on the face-off. He wins it back to the D. Bull brings it across 15, back in the corner. That was Umferville. Umferville back to the point, number 15. 15 dumps it in the corner for Umferville. Umferville's ridden off by Kaiser. Kaiser comes away with the puck, but shoots it, intercepted at the blue line, isn't able to get it out. Shot by 15, blocked by a Lumberjack and goes out of play. A penalty is expired, so Lumberjacks killed off their first penalty of the season. And with 19:18 remaining in the second period of this 2-1 hockey game. Lumberjacks, it looks like they're coming. Phillips on the draw, brought back deep. Nice shot on goal there by Bull. Steered aside by the blocker of Loudon. Puck into the corner. Wyatt brings it over to Freeze. Taken away by a Miner. Puck dangerous out in front. Steered to the corner. Pajali tries to flip it by Dickey. Dickey makes a great play keeping it in. He's being harassed by Pajali behind the net, but Dickey comes away with the puck. Takes it, fires it in the corner. Too far for his teammate. Looks like somebody ran into the net. Took Loudon's stick at the same time, knocked the net off the moorings, and we have a face-off in the Lumberjacks defensive zone. 18:46 remaining in the second period. This 2-1 hockey game, Lumberjacks lead. Phillips on the draw along with number 15. Linesman gets ready to drop the puck. Phillips wins the draw back to the defenseman. Wyatt shoots it around. Nobody home. Pajali gets to the corner. Picks it up on the sideboards. Chipped out to center ice. McMillan fighting for it there with Derzef. Puck brought in. Shot by Bershinger was blocked down by Lumberjacks defenseman. Puck held 15 for the Miners, heads it at the blue line, tries to make a fancy play, almost gets by with it with Phillips. Pajali ends up with the puck. He flips it to wide boards. McMillan. Phillips with the puck center ice. Phillips able to gain the offensive zone. 3 players on him, knocked the puck away, comes out to center ice, controlled by the Miners. Bershinger puts it in deep, and he didn't quite make the red line, so it looks like we will have an icing call on the Miners, giving the Lumberjacks their first offensive zone time of this second period. Lumberjacks started the period on the penalty kill and have had the puck in their zone ever since they killed that off. Looks like Kaysen on the draw for the Lumberjacks. Puck controlled by the Miners. It was Kaiser, shoots it down. Looks like we're going to have an icing on the Lumberjacks. Puck will come down to their defensive zone for a face-off. Shots on goal, 19 for the Lumberjacks. Have not had a shot on goal yet this period. 12 for the Miners. Looks like they're changing sides of the ice for the faceoff. Kaysen, again, will take it for the Lumberjacks. Looks like he is lined up against Chrysler. Chrysler wins the draw back to the point, controlled by the Miners. That was Sanderson. Sanderson shoots the corner. Puck taken there. Ingram. Ingram putting pressure on. Taken away there by McDonald. McDonald able to control it, though. Back to the Miners. Miners breaking down 3-on-2. Looks almost 4-on-2. Puck in the corner. Steered wide. Behind the net, now controlled by Jopi for the Lumberjacks. Jopi comes outside of the net. Dangerous in front. Brings it across ice. Picked up in center ice by Phillips. Phillips with a nice move. Shot on goal. Save. Control there, brought back to the point. Jopi with it on the point. Jopi just flips it into the corner. Pajali unable to come away with the puck. Phillips knocks it around the corner. Controlled by the Miners now. Kaiser at the blue line holds it in. McMillan with it. Bad angle shot. Steered aside by the defenseman. Got Phillips with it again. He brings it to McMillan. Beside the net, McMillan tries to bring it to Pajali. Comes out to the D. Shot wide. That was Freeze with the shot wide. Controlled by the Lumberjacks. Nice pass there. Phillips. Oh, Phillips all alone out in front. Unable to get the shot on net, it looked like. Controlled by the Lumberjacks. Still some good sustained pressure for the Jacks. First time this period. Phillips power turns into the corner. Puck knocked off Pajali. Pajali centers. Nobody home. Big wind up by Kaiser. One of those slap shots over the head, but he misses the net. Doesn't do a lot of good. Freeze with it. Shot on goal there. Miners are struggling a little. They need a change. But the Lumberjacks doing a great job pressure. Pajali knocks defense off the puck. McMillan with a shot. Saved by the goalie. Puck dangerous out in front. Flipped to center ice. Looks like we might have an icing. We'll have an icing, and that's good for the Lumberjacks here. As I said, the Miners are gassed. Play's been controlled by the Lumberjacks. They just had 3 or 4 shots on goal this last sequence. Lumberjacks are able to get some fresh legs on the ice. Miners are having to keep the group out there they had. So see if the Lumberjacks can take advantage of a tired Miner team right now. Hacker on the faceoff for the Lumberjacks. Draw controlled. Sutter comes over to help out. Carson with it. Carson shoots. Save by Taubert, who ends up smothering the puck and will give the Miners their opportunity to make their much-needed change. 15:46 remaining in the second period. Lumberjacks continue to lead 2-1. Puck controlled by the Jacks. Carson brings it back to the defense. Jopi shot on goal, steered aside by Taubert. Behind the net, fighting for possession. The Hacker putting some pressure there. Puck comes out to the defenseman, Hendry. Hendry puts it along the sideboards over to Hacker. Hacker behind the net for Sutter. Sutter has 2 guys on him. Knock him off the puck. Still pressure. Sutter ends up with the puck in the corner. Again, fighting off 2 Miners. They get the puck. Carson ends up with the puck. Taken away there. That was Blatz, Brendan Blatz, who took it away and was able to get the puck down the length of the ice. Jopi regroups. Brings it up the boards, loses control in center ice. Miners bring it up, unable to control it. Carson center ice. Carson brings it back to his defense. Over to Jopi. Jopi across to Carson. Carson coming in. He's got a break here. Nice move there. Shoots. Looks like the goalie in his slide knocked the net off before Carson could get the shot off. And Carson's shot went wide. But a great move by Carson. He came down basically even with the defense and made a nice move to get in a shooting position. But was able to be knocked off the puck as the goal was knocked off its moorings as well. So the last few minutes here, we've seen some life out of the Lumberjacks. They're out shooting the Miners now 24-13. No goals yet in this second period. Kaysen on the draw. Take away Rizak with the puck. Rizak in the corner. Nice move there. Brings it back over to Kaysen. Kaysen unable to handle it. Wyatt keeps it in at the point. Chipped out to center ice. Looks like we're going to have an icing on the Miners. So bring it back down into the offensive zone of the Lumberjacks for another faceoff. Lumberjacks keep the same 5 on the ice. It's Kazan, Rizak, McDonald, Freeze, and Wyatt. Puck controlled in the defensive zone by the Miners. A wide pass there for Dickey, too far for him, just enough of it to avoid the icing. Puck shot up the boards, controlled by the Miners. Miners in the corner. Kason ends up with the puck. Brings it up the boards. McDonald. McDonald brings it to center ice. Gets it across the blue line. Unable to get it in deep. Ridden off the play by two Miners. Miners able to clear it just over the stick of Wyatt. Oh, Wyatt gets beat to the puck. Not a very good play there. Number 24 made a great play. Aiden Corbett got around Axel Wyatt. Got a shot on goal, steered aside by Loudon. Puck control, McMillan brings it across. Freeze. Freeze goes for the long pass to Phillips. Phillips gets it inside the blue line. Shot. Steered aside by Toppert. Oh, now we got our first penalty coming against Red Lake Miners as Toppert put the shot aside. Ryder McMillan was coming in to try to get a rebound, and number 20, David Bull, just took him out of the play. McMillan was nowhere near the puck, right in front of the official, and we will get our first opportunity to see a Lumberjacks power play this season. So with 13:34 remaining in the period, we have David Bull going to the penalty box. I believe it was interference, but we'll wait for the official call. And it looks like we have a timeout on the ice. We'll take this timeout to thank our sponsors. Lumberjack Hockey, very appreciative of the sponsors. Artisam, your resource for all of your outdoor adventures, and they are the official sponsor of Parents' Night later this year. Spooner Health, a champion for health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino, Lodge, and Conference Center, a proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Offices of Hayward. Hurt? Call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. And Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Wisconsin Lumberjacks. We'll step aside here for 30 seconds till the game starts and be back with you. We're back to action here with the Lumberjacks. Now their first power play penalty on Bull was actually a tripping call. Looks like Pajali, Carson, and McDonald on the forwards. McMillan and Kaiser back on the point. Controlled by Lumberjacks. Shot Kaiser wide. Puck out to Kaiser on the point. Kaiser brings it, leaves it there for Carson. Carson brings it around. He's looking. Shot. I don't know if that was high or steered aside, but it did go up into there. McDonald was positioned beside the goal. Draw a little bit of attention of a couple Miners, the goalie and one other player that aren't exactly happy with him, but I think his role on this power play looks like it's going to be the one to be close to the net, being a little bit of an agitator. So it must have been shot high and out because the faceoff is coming outside the zone, meaning it wasn't touched or played by the Miners. Pajali wins the draw back. Over Kaiser with it. Kaiser gets the offensive zone. Oh, we have our first fight of the year. Looks like McDonald going at it with not much of a fight. They both went down. McDonald ended up on top. That was Ty Woodard of the Miners. Didn't see what started it all. It was really away from the play. Kaiser was bringing the puck in on the near boards offensive zone, and that happened on the far side of the ice. Both McDonald has left the ice, and Ty Woodard was escorted by the officials out towards the locker room of the Miners. So we have 13-12 remaining in the second period. The Lumberjacks are on a power play, at least were on a power play with 1:38 left. Not sure how this fight will, the penalties, if it'll be evened up and Lumberjacks stay on the power play. We'll get that for you as soon as those are called up. Officials over making an explanation to the Red Lake coach. Looks right now like the teams think it's going to stay 5-on-4 based on who's on the ice.
28 black, 28
And
white, 4 black, 28 white, 4 black, 5 8. No, 5 in the game.
so yes, number 28, Brandon McDonald of the Lumberjacks, and number 4, Ty Woodard of the Miners were both assessed 5-minute majors and game misconducts for fighting. So Lumberjacks will stay on the power play. 1:38 remaining in the period.
Woodward for the Red Lake Miners, 5 minutes and a game suspended.
So puck controlled by Kaiser in center ice. Kaiser brings it up. That was Wyatt. Wyatt back to McMillan. McMillan has his pocket pick taken away by the Miners. Miners coming down to the little break here, a little action. Kaiser and Pajali able to rub Flavy off the puck. Pajali picks it up on the far boards. Brings it behind net to Kaiser. Kaiser waits patiently to get it set up. Pajali leaves it for Kaiser. Kaiser comes with a long outlet pass up to Wyatt. Wyatt is unable to get his stick on it, and we have an icing on the Lumberjacks. So one of those plays there, that pass needs to be tipped by the high forward. In this case, Axel Wyatt, defenseman, is playing that position because you don't want to see you come back with the defensive zone face-off on your power play. We do have the defensive zone face-off. It looks like the Lumberjacks are going to continue to roll with their first power play unit. Wyatt has replaced McDonald on that, and 1:02 left in their power play. Draw one again by the Lumberjacks. They've done a good job of winning face-offs tonight so far. Kaiser brings it out, cross for Pajali. Pajali chips it across for Carson. Carson had to slow up the blue line, so the puck went by him, controlled by the Miners. Miners try to clear. McMillan keeps it in. McMillan tries to sneak it through. He had 2 forwards in front. The defense able to knock it down, and Red Lake clears it so they can get a change of forwards. Puck up high to McMillan. McMillan across. Oh, wide open. A 2-on-0 and no shot even. Oh, that looked like Ingram with the puck. He brought it across to, I don't know if it was McMillan, but the pass was wide. So put in a spot. McMillan gave him a shot for a 2-on-0 and no shot on goal. Now brought up by Kaiser. Kaiser takes it in deep into the corner. Behind that. Oh, he tries for the wraparound, but a little late in getting it there. Knocked off the puck and cleared by the Miners. So went for the wraparound, but Taubert did a great job of getting there. Ultimately, it was number 17, Trevor Sanderson, who was able to knock him off the puck and get the long icing. So full strength for the Miners. Puck being brought out by the Lumberjacks. Brought across. Hacker picks it up. Gets it in the zone. He's behind the net, taken away by the Miners. Miners fighting for it, but Phillips with the puck. Tried to bring it out front. Cleared away by the Miners. Ingram with it. Ingram across to Jopi. Jopi brings it up for Phillips. Phillips able to get a stick on it, avoid the icing, get it in deep. Pressuring in the corner. Caden Sutter with it, turns and fires. Weak shot on goal, but a shot nevertheless. Brought back to the point. Nice shot there, kind of a bouncing puck. That was Ingram from the point. R.J. Dickey with it, brings it across number 15. 15 makes puck. Nice play there by Ingram to knock him off the puck. Ingram goes down in the process, but able to keep the shot. Now, controlled there by Miners. Shot there. Bull had an open lane to shoot, shot high. Puck cleared all the way down. Lumberjacks able to get a change of the forwards. Puck brought up ice there by Durzaf. He leaves it for Dickey. Dickey shoots one towards the net, weak backhand. Oh, Dickey all alone. Puck came, it was just off his stick. Loudon came out, able to steer it aside. We have a delayed penalty coming here on the Lumberjacks. Rezek's able to control the puck to get the whistle. And we have someone from the Lumberjacks going off for tripping. I'm thinking, I don't know who's going yet. The penalty box is open, but it looks like Sal Pajali will be going to the penalty box with 9:43 remaining in the second period. 2-1 hockey game. Lumberjacks in the lead. Had some great scoring opportunities on that last power play, including a 2-on-0 that they didn't convert on. Now shots on goal 28-15 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Nice to see them getting a lot of rubber on the net this game, but now they'll have to kill off their second penalty of the game, or second power play of the game. Puck comes out of the zone off the draw. Hacker able to take it off the stick of Austin Dierzaf. Puck goes on net, forcing Toppert to freeze the puck, and the Lumberjacks will get an offensive zone faceoff on the penalty kill. Hacker and Phillips forward. Freeze and Wyatt playing defense on this penalty kill. Controlled by the Miners, Dierzaf. Dierzaf brings it across. Center ice, taken by Ferrara. Brought back to Dickey. Dickey shoots it around behind the net. Axel Wyatt able to get it, unable to clear the puck. Umferbill over to Dickey. Dickey back to the point. Dierzaf with the shot. Gloved by Loudon and saved. And we have a whistle. 1:25 remaining in the Red Lake power play. A few familiar names with the Red Lake team from last year, but not many. It looks like they've had kind of a remaking of the roster, where the Lumberjacks have a number of players back from last year. So puck cleared out by the Lumberjacks. Good hustle there by Sutter on the penalty kill, putting pressure on the defenseman. Caden's coming back, trying to make a play on the other end of the ice as well. Good hustle there. Puck's behind the net, controlled by Umferville. Out to the point. 15's able to keep it in. Sutter rides him off the play, but unable to keep the puck, get the puck out of the zone. Brought in, shot on goal, save by Loudon. Good kick save there. Rebound comes out, unable to be handled. Oh, number 15 standing all alone, unable to get the shot off. Taken away by Ingram. Ingram unable to get it in deep, but made a great play in the defensive zone. Now we have one of their players taken down. Looked like Caden Sutter might have been going to the box again for a trip, but not called. And then the Red Lake Miners brought it in offsides. Fortunate for the Lumberjacks that was offsides, because they Miners had numbers at that point. Looked like a 3-on-2, maybe even a 4-on-2 break. 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Pajali. 8:12 remaining in the second period. Controlled again by the Miners and Dierzaf. He mishandled the puck, almost gave Phillips an opportunity. Dickey brings it across. Taken in by Clave. Round the way. Big wind up there and fired down the length of the ice by McMillan. Played behind that by Doppert. Doppert has to leave it for his defenseman. 6 seconds remaining in the power play. Little pressure there by McMillan, making the Miners regroup, and that will kill off the penalty. So another successful penalty kill for the Lumberjacks. Pajali is just back on the ice, is pressuring. Good contact there by McMillan. He took Levy off the puck. Kaiser with it, enters his zone, fires a shot, knocks the stick out of the hand of the defenseman. The puck goes wide harmlessly. Controlled by the Miners behind their net. Brought up the sideboards. Going for the long outlet pass, too far for Corbett. Thought we might have an icing, but it was waved, so played by Loudon. Puck brought up and back out by the Lumberjacks. Jopi enters the zone. He leaves it there for McMillan. McMillan tries to go back to Jopi. Jopi ends up with the puck. Backhand. Looks like he might have hit the pipe. Controlled by the Lumberjacks. Center there by McMillan. Nobody there. Brought out now. Break for the Miners, but puck intercepted by Kaiser in his defensive zone. Controlled pass out in front by the Miners. Harmless. Kaiser intercepted. Nice pass across there. McMillan. McMillan comes across. He's got on the back door. It looks like Sal Pajali. No, not Pajali. That was Phillips. Phillips shoots. Puck was deflected out of play. Some good opportunities there for the Lumberjacks. 6:26 remaining in the second period. 2-1 Lumberjacks lead. Shots on goal 30-17 in favor of the Lumberjacks. We're going to step aside here for about 30 seconds, and we'll be back. Back in action here at the Spooner Civic Center. 6:26 remaining in the second period. Neutral zone face-off here. Hacker on the face-off for the Lumberjacks. Looks like he's up against Colton Chrysler for the Miners. Hacker wins it back deep. Puck brought out, dumped into the zone. Controlled by the Miners in the corner. Pressure by Carson. Hacker and Carson are in a scrum with 3 of the Miners. The Miners come away with it, but Hacker's able to dump it in, knock it into the corner. Sutter picks a pocket of the D, but then he gets his pocket picked in return, unable to do anything with the puck. Out to Axel Wyatt. Wyatt gets rid of the puck. Chrysler tried to take, or I'm sorry, it was Umferville tried taking a shot at him. He kind of stepped aside. It was funny, he missed the check, and he just got a little look from Wyatt, like, nice try. Puck comes down on goal. We have a face-off. Lumberjacks have Casson at center here with Rizak and Ingram on the wings. I'm sorry. Hendry and Jopie on the point. Casson wins the draw. Rizak comes away with it. Now controlled by the Miners. Miners enter the offensive zone. Nice defensive play there to keep by Hendry to keep the guy from who tried to beat him around. Jopie with the puck off the board. It's too far for Rizak. We're down into the Lumberjack offensive zone. Good pressure there. Hendry's able to keep it in, shoots it behind the net. Controlled, though, however, by the Lumberjacks. Up the boards, that was Leve. Shot down by the Miners linked to the ice, but it was on net, so there will be no icings. Loudon steers it to the corner to Jopie. Jopie, dangerous pass there. Gets up to McMillan. McMillan tries a blind pass to McMillan, or to Pajali, too far for him to control. Puck comes around, looks like McMillan's going to win the race to it, coming off the sideboards. Shot harmlessly blocked aside. Controlled by McMillan once again. McMillan turns, fires right in front. Pajali, he scores! It looked to me like Pajali got the initial tip. Save made by Doffert, and then Pajali just picked up the rebound and put it over him for the Lumberjacks' third goal of the evening. That is one of those classic plays. You get a guy in front of the net screening the goalie. To me, it looks like he made the initial tip, but he's right there to jump on that puck and jump all over the rebound. Just a classic good offensive zone play, picking up the goal with hard work. 3-1 lead for the Lumberjacks, 4:36 remaining in the second period. Face-off controlled by the Miners. Brought into the zone by Bull. Bull into the corner, has it taken away. So Pajali on the goal. Jopie and McMillan both credited with assists there. So we have looks like a delayed penalty coming on the Lumberjacks once again. Again, Sal Pajali on the goal, assist to Dylan Jopi and Ryder McMillan for the Lumberjacks' third goal. So we said we have a Lumberjack going to the box. It looks like it is Freeze. Ben Freeze, first year here with the Lumberjacks from South Lake, Texas. I didn't see what the signal was. It looks like I'm told here it was a tripping call. So Miners get their third power play of the evening. So far, they're 0 for 2 on the power play. Draw controlled by the Lumberjacks. Jopi unable to clear. Held in at the zone by Derzaf. Puck ends up clearing his own. Derzaf with it. Brings it back to Ferrara. He's knocked off the puck. Good hit there by Phillips. Lumberjacks were able to get the puck, then knocked in by the Miners. Kaiser with it behind the nets, able to clear it the length of the ice. Pajali putting some pressure on there. R.J. Dickey with it, brings it to the defensive zone to regroup. Nice move there. Able to make it into the offensive zone. Power turns to get it set up. Good patience by Dickey. Back in the corner. Brought out to 15. 15 unable to handle it. Puck taken away by Pajali. Pajali flips it down. It's a race to the puck. It looks like the goalie is going to win it. He shoots it up high. A great outlet pass for Chrysler. Chrysler unable to handle it. Chrysler now has it into the zone. 15 for Red Lake with the puck. Brings it across. Levy shot on goal. Steered aside by Loudon and cleared out by the Lumberjacks. 45 seconds remaining in the power play. Caden Sutter. Oh, Caden Sutter almost takes the puck away. A big mistake by the Miners. Sutter unable to capitalize on it. Puck comes out. Brought down. Shot steered aside by Jopi. Never makes it to the goal. Jopi gets his stick tangled up as he's trying to clear it, so doesn't clear the zone. Hacker makes a great play to knock it out past center ice. You got Sutter putting pressure on. Hacker as well. And we got 3-on-2 coming in. Miners with numbers. Great play there. Wow, that was a great. The puck ended up in the net. The nice play, 17 had a very, Trevor Sanderson had a very patient play there. Shot was initially handled. Did not see how it ended up in the net. The initial shot did not go in. So kind of, I think, surprising to a few people on the ice that puck did end up in the net, but we now have a 3-2 game. That was a power play goal for the Miners with 2:26 remaining in the second period. I will give you the official scoring once we have it.
17-15.
Back in action here, center ice. Puck kind of going back and forth between team. Phillips over to McMillan. McMillan comes in one-on-one. I think kind of panicked, just kind of throw it to where nobody was. Intercepted there by Trevor Sanderson. Some sloppy play by the Miners in their own defensive zone. Phillips with a nice check there, but puck comes away with the Miners. Kaiser knocks the guy off the puck. Squirts over. 2-on-1 for the Miners. Puck's behind the net. Take Kaiser with it. Kaiser flips it out to center, just too far for Pajali. Pajali putting pressure. Oh, Pajali does a nice job of knocking Bull off the puck and coming away with it. Pajali across to McMillan. Oh, Pajali gave McMillan a great pass on the back door. McMillan with the one-timer. Puck was knocked out of play by the goalie. Great scoring chance once again for the Lumberjacks. So back to the power play goal that the Miners had. The goal was credited to Davin Bull, assisted by Trevor Sanderson, and the mysterious number 15, who we still are unable to get a name for. And if your parents are watching, we apologize. He's had a good game, been all over the ice, and we still don't have his name. Puck in the offensive zone of the Lumberjacks, controlled by the Miners. Brought out there by Ferrara. He brings it across. Dickey with the shot. Steered aside, harmlessly over the net. Shot out by the Lumberjacks. Looks like we could have an icing. The linesmen do call an icing on it. It was questionable whether I thought that the Miner would be able to play it, but the officials thought No, and called the icing, so we'll have the defensive zone face-off for the Lumberjacks with 1:04 remaining in the second period. Again, 3-2 lead for the Lumberjacks. Hacker on the defensive zone draw. Look, he's got Carson and Sutter on his wings. Carson comes over, unable to control the puck. Hacker fighting for it into the corner. Freeze over to Wyatt, too far for him. Puck was held in there by Leve, the Miners. Little scrum going, trying to get out. Puck goes in back into the zone. R.J. Dickey with it, brings it to the corner. Picked up by 13 behind the net. Patient looks, nice pass there to Corbett, who shoots wide. Pass up to Sutter. Sutter at the red line, chips it across. Controlled by the Miners in their defensive zone, pressured by Sutter. Sutter falls down. Wide pass, Miners bring it in. That's Dickey once again. Dickey back 28, back to Dickey. Dickey goes for the front of the net, nobody home. Puck gets cleared to center ice. Ferrara with it, being chased by Sutter. Sutter putting pressure on. Chases him behind the net. Ferrara's passes across to his D partner. Sutter goes off for a change, and we have the end of the second period. Well, an exciting period there. Things picked up a little bit. Each team scored one goal during the period, giving the Lumberjacks a 3-2 lead. We had a number of penalties, 2 players ejected for fighting, and just an interesting period of hockey. Shots on goal after 2 period, 32 shots for the Lumberjacks, 19 for the Miners. We will be back for third period action in approximately 15 minutes. We thank you for tuning in to SIJHL Hockey on SIJHL TV, and look forward to having you join us for the third period. We are back for third period action here. Lumberjack hockey facing off against the Red Lake Miners. Lumberjacks with a 3-2 lead after 2 periods, controlling the puck. Axel Wyatt. Oh, misplayed there by Freeze. Dangerous in front. Puck comes back out in front. Knocked aside. McMillan comes out. Looks like a 3-on-2 for the Lumberjacks. Brought over to Pajali. Pajali shoots on goal. Smothered there by Toppert. And we have a whistle. For you Red Lake fans, I'm happy to report that we now know that number 14 is Jacob Lamoureux. Number 15, I'm sorry. I spent the whole 2 periods calling him number 15, then I got his number wrong here. But Jacob Lamoureux. He's had a great game, been all over the ice, so we're happy to have his name now. Puck controlled by the Miners, shot off the board. Jopi able to keep it in. Fires it in the corner, bad bounce off the boards, comes out in front, but harmlessly brought out of the zone by the Miners. Kaiser being pressured there. Gets away from Mawat's able to bring it up. Carson with the puck up the boards. Carson picks it up just inside the blue line. He's looking across. He takes a shot. Blocked aside. Score! Looks like Caden Sutter on the rebound. Zach Carson made the shot. Puck came out. He was unable to get the rebound. Sutter is able to put the puck in the net. The net was knocked off the mooring, and it looks like they are not giving credit for the goal. I did not hear a whistle before that shot, but no one seems to be disputing it. So what looked like a great goal for the Lumberjacks and the good hustle play by Sutter turns out all for naught. Puck control by the Miners. Brought out now to the neutral zone. It's Sanderson across. Sanderson shoots high and wide. Puck clears his own. Oh, we got Hacker was behind the play for some reason, almost able to get the breakaway. He tries to center for Sutter, but puck knocked away. Hacker unable to keep it in, but fires it in. Lumberjacks come onside. Play continues. Puck brought across, taken out there by Setchell. Brought in, knocked down there at the line by Jopi. Oh, puck taken away. Nice play there by number 17. That was Sanderson, brings it across. Maslak with the shot wide. Rizak with it. Rizak's shot steered aside by the defense. Rizak ends up within the corner. Taken off the play. Puck comes over, Freeze with it. Freeze fires from the bad angle. Went off of Kaysen. Puck brought out center ice. Here we got the break for the Miners. Miners shoot high and wide. So puck brought into the Lumberjack zone. Controlled by the Miners. Puck held in at the line there by Phillips. Brought across to Ferrara for the Miners. Ferrara up to number 11. Another one I don't have the number for. He chips it into the zone. Brought over McMillan with it. McMillan brings it across, misses his guy. Dangerous pass there. Miners unable to capitalize on it. McMillan kind of the blind pass for a player. As I said, dangerous in front. Puck comes out to center. McMillan then does knock Ferrara off the puck. Kaiser with it, chips it down into the offensive zone. Controlled again by the Miners. R.J. Dickey fighting with Kaiser for it. Puck into the zone, but chipped right back out. Ferrara back. Controlled by the Miners. Leve brings it, kept in. Nice play there. Pajali intercepting the pass, keeping it in the zone. Pajali fighting for it. Unable to do anything. McMillan with it. McMillan unable to get the shot off. Finally does get off a weak shot. Stared aside by Toppert. Puck rings around. Kaiser able to keep it in. Unable to get it in deep, though, brought out by the Miners. Corbett was knocked off the play by Pajali. Puck comes over to Kaiser. Kaiser enters his own. Shot steered aside, blocked out by number 20. That was Bull who pushes it aside. Puck into center ice. Jopi. Over to Pajali, back to Jopi. Jopi flips it up to center ice, chased by Hacker. Hacker able to get it in deep, now chased there. Hacker not able to hold it in, but controls it, brings it back to the point to Wyatt. Regroup. Wyatt brings it across wide to McMillan. McMillan goes for the tip into the zone, but it enters the bench of the Miners. So we have a whistle, and we'll have a neutral zone faceoff with 15:49 remaining in the third period. Lumberjacks lead the game 3-2 and are out shooting the Miners 37-19. Face-off knocked into the defensive zone for the Lumberjacks. Controlled by the Jacks. Freeze with it behind, gets the puck taken off his stick. Puck bouncing out in front. Loudon, great job of covering it. The puck just kind of squirted in front. Kyle Sechel was right there on the doorstep, but Loudon able to smother it for the whistle. Phillips on the draw, loses it to the Miners. Miners on the point. Nice shot low, got through everybody by Sanderson. Steered aside by Loudon. Controlled again. Jopie able to intercept the pass in front. Flips it out to center ice. Got a foot race going there. Phillips in a race there with Sanderson. Sanderson goes down, ends up taking Phillips with him. Puck comes out to center. McMillan fighting for it. Gets it over to Jopie. Jopie to McMillan. McMillan mishandles it. Puts it right on the stick of a Miner player. Bad turnover in the defensive zone, but the Miners turn it right back to Dylan Jopie. Two guys in front. Puck comes out in front. Some sloppy defensive zone play there by the Lumberjacks resulted in having Maslak sitting right in front of the goal along with number 11, but Loudon, heads-up play, was able to get his glove on the puck and freeze it. 14:54 remaining in the third period. Oh, puck in front. Shot there, saved. Loudon with two great saves. We had number 11 standing all by himself, got a shot and a rebound, but Loudon was up to the task. Great job there. Puck now in deep into the minor zone. Pressure being applied by Pajali with the puck. Tries to center it from McMillan, too far for him. Puck goes into the corner. Nice ride off there. Durzaf ridden off by Pajali. Puck back to Wyatt in center ice. Wyatt goes for Phillips. Phillips can't control it. He goes off for the change. New on the ice. Kaysen had to wait for Pajali to get onside, so we're not able to chase the puck. But putting some good pressure there. Miners behind the net with the control. Pajali intercepts it. Pajali out to front, just past the stick of McMillan. No shot on goal there. Kaiser at the blue line able to keep the puck in. It looks like at least a couple whacks they've taken at it. Kaiser flips it up, and it's into the rafters. Straight up in the air with that puck, brings a whistle. Kaiser and Kazan were fighting for the puck there along with Corbett of the Miners. We'll have a center ice neutral zone faceoff. We're going to have a media break here. At this time, we'd like to thank our sponsors, the Lumberjacks. Greatly appreciate Artisan, your resource for all your outdoor adventures. Official sponsor of Parents' Night later on in the year. Spooner Health, a champion for our health and a champion for our community. Seven Winds Casino Lodge and Conference Center, a proud sponsor of your Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Lean Law Office of Hayward. Hurt? Call Kurt. Spooner Hayward Physical Therapy. And Jack Links, the official protein snack of the Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Well, it's 13:44 remaining in the third period of this entertaining hockey game. Score is 3-2 in favor of the Lumberjacks. It looked a few minutes ago like they had scored a fourth goal, but the net was knocked off its moorings. So we continue to stay at 3-2. Shots on goal, 37 for the Lumberjacks, 23 for the Miners. I think the coaching staff of the Lumberjacks has to be happy with the amount of shots on goal his team is getting. A lot of times last year we saw deficit in the shot column for the Lumberjacks, so it's nice to see them putting that much rubber on the net. Back to live action, play controlled by the Miners. Center ice, Dickey trying to get it in the zone. It is in the zone, but controlled by the Miners. Jopie ends up with the puck on his stick, ends up shooting down the length of the ice. We will have an icing on the Lumberjacks. Play will come back to their defensive zone. Lumberjacks on the ice right now. We have Kaysen as centering Rizak and Ingram. Jopie and Kaiser. I'm sorry. Jopie and Hendry on the points. Jopie with it. Chips it down. Controlled by the Miners. Miners center ice, bring it across. Ingram there intercepts the pass, gets it into center ice. Unable to get it in deep. Controlled by the Miners. Miners out to center ice. Mowat with it. Ridden off the play by Jopie. Puck controlled by Phillips. Lumberjacks. Phillips shoots it down. Looks like had a tip there by the player, so no ice. Miners clear it to center ice. Chrysler with the puck, brings it across. Number 15, Lamoureux, doesn't get the shot off. Play into the corner. Freeze brings it over. Phillips with it. Phillips brings it up the boards to Ingram. Ingram gets knocked off the puck by Schlechtel. Controlled by the Miners. Attempt to get it back to the defenseman, steered aside by the Lumberjacks. Axel Wyatt brings it up and shoots it too far for the wing, and we're going to have another icing on the Lumberjacks. It looks like the Lumberjacks were able to change some players from their defensive zone, so not being able to change right now probably won't affect them too much. 12:07 remaining in the third period. Again, Lumberjacks lead 3-2. Phillips on the faceoff. Wins it. Controlled by Freeze behind the net. Freeze brings it up to Ingram. Too far for Ingram to catch a pass. Held in by Farrar into the corner. Freeze again with it. Another try for Ingram. Farrar beats him to the puck. Able to keep the zone for the Miners. Wyatt's bringing up the other side. Goes up the boards to Pajali. Pajali leaves it for a player, but the player wasn't there, so controlled once again by the Miners. Sal Pajali with the puck is able to chip it into the zone. Miners control. Oh, dangerous play there. Puck was just left in center ice. One of the Lumberjacks ended up going down. Didn't see what happened. Now Phillips with it beside the net. Looking out front. Nobody home. Have a high puck played with a high stick there by the Miners. So we'll have a whistle and what will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Lumberjacks. Yeah, we had Phillips sitting with the puck right on side of the net. He was waiting for Pajali and McMillan to try to get in the play, but ended up passing the puck out front to where nobody was at the time. What looked like might be a good scoring opportunity turned out not to result in a shot, but some good offensive zone play. Lumberjacks with it. Carson brings it across to Jopie. Jopie puts it down in the corner. Sutter, oh, right off the stick in front. That was Hacker. It was just past his stick, and Hacker was knocked down in front. Puck gets cleared all the way. Jopie brings it up. Sutter brings it across. Carson ends up with it back to Jopie. Jopie over to Kaiser. Kaiser makes a move around one of the Miners. He's going to take it up through center ice. And just a bad play there. Hacker was a couple strides offside. It was obvious where Kaiser was going with the puck, and don't know what Hacker was thinking there, but called offsides. Neutral on faceoff, so Kaiser's having words after the play. He and David Bull are exchanging some pleasantries. Looks like the refs heard enough out of those two. So we have both Ryan Kaiser of the Lumberjacks and David Bull of the Miners are going to be in the penalty box. I'm guessing they probably gave them both 2 for unsportsmanlike or something similar, but they were drawn quite a bit after the play. I think it should be, it's going to be 4-on-4, so Ingram's going off. The Lumberjacks had 5 players on the ice, the Miners had 4. Lumberjacks are coming with Carson and Jopi on defense, Hacker and Sutter on the forwards on this 4-on-4. 4-on-4 hockey is always fun to watch, a little more ice to work with. This group of Lumberjacks should be fun to watch out there. We're waiting just a slight delay while they get the penalties on the board. As it's not coincidentals, and they're playing 4-on-4, the penalty should be on the board. So with that, 10:55 remaining in the third period, score remains 3-2 in favor of the Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Shots on goal through 2.5 periods, 37 for the Lumberjacks, 23 for the Miners. We have the penalties on the board, the puck, and we're back to live action. Jopi gets it across, tries to go wide for Carson, unable to connect with him. Looks like we have an offsides on the Lumberjacks. So another neutral zone faceoff. Remains Hacker and Sutter on the forwards for the Jacks. Sutter gets the puck off the faceoff, takes it into the corner, feeds it out in front, just a little out in front of Hacker. Shot there by Carson, steered aside. A couple good scoring chances there, controlled by the Jacks. Hacker tried to hit Sutter in front, wasn't able to connect. Brought up ice by Dickey. Dickey stops, brings the puck back, but Hacker's there to take it away, intercept. Hacker takes it behind his own net to regroup. Loses control, shoots it up the boards. Jopi with it. Jopi will take a little power turn and just set up as the Lumberjacks are changing 3 players. Jopi's the only one staying. Dickey's going to put some pressure on him. Jopi comes around the corner, center ice with it, carries it in, leaves it for McMillan. McMillan shoots, blocker save by Toppert. Phillips with the puck out of the corner, gets it off the shoulder of Toppert. Another good scoring chance there. Phillips putting the pressure on there on Lamoureux. Puck brought over to Dickey. Dickey shoots it out. Got Lamoureux racing the puck. Wyatt with him. He beats Wyatt. Wyatt gets back into play. Loudon loses his stick, able to get it. No shot there by Lamoureux, but will look to be a dangerous chance for the Miners. Pajali with it in the defensive zone. He's being pressured there by Mowat. Now Pajali able to set up to McMillan. McMillan runs into Phillips, but gets by him, gets a shot. Glove save there. Oh, Phillips with a rebound. Saved once again by Toppert. 2 good chances there. Controlled in the corner, I think, by Pajali. Over to McMillan. McMillan, flips it across to Phillips, who can't handle it. Phillips again with a shot. Save. Right in the chest of Toppert. 3 or 4 great scoring chances there for the Lumberjacks. Toppert stood tall. Got to give the guy credit. Made some nice saves there. Lamoureux with the shot blocked down. Picked up by Ferrara. Ferrara shoots it harmlessly wide. Both teams are back to full strength, so we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kaiser with it. Kaiser gets the corner. Going to get in, bad angle shot. Oh, looks like a blocker save there. Good chance there for Kaiser. Made a great move around the D. Beat him with speed. Have the shot. Boy, some real defensive lapses here by the Miners recently, and Toppert has done a great job of keeping them in this period.
That's off.
Puck controlled by the Miners, flipped out to center ice. Jopi with it. Jopi looks, brings it wide ice there for Hacker. Hacker racing to the puck, fighting for the puck there in the corner with Sanderson. Hacker ends up going down, but he doesn't give up the fight. He's still working for that puck. Puck brought out center ice here. Sletchill. Pajali knocks him off the puck. Oh, it looks like we got a penalty coming on Hacker. He put a hard check on Colton Chrysler. I'm not sure what the call's going to be. Chrysler was on the puck on the boards, and Hacker came in to support his teammate. So Connor Hacker's going to the box. The refs are having a discussion. I can't think that they're thinking about a major or anything. It was a check. It looked to the backside, but it wasn't very vicious. They called him for boarding.
2-minute boarding.
So we got Connor Hacker with a boarding. Great opportunity here for the Miners with 7:52 remaining in the third period.
Penalties on the Lumberjacks Lumberjacks, number 24, Connor Hacker, 2 minutes for quarter.
Yeah, the last few minutes, the Lumberjacks have really opened up the shots on goal. As I said, they had multiple scoring chances down there in the last few minutes. Jackson Toppert, goalie from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan for the Red Lake Miners, has stood tall, played a great game, and really I think the Miners have to thank him for keeping him in this game. He's just played outstanding, stood on his head there the last few minutes. We're going to step away during this media timeout for about 30 seconds, and we'll be back shortly. Back in live action here, puck controlled by the Miners in their offensive zone. Of course, power play. We got penalty kill for the Lumberjacks. Shot on goal. Loudon's able to steer it aside. Puck controlled again by the Miners. Durzaf carries around, brings it across. Farrar back on the point. Farrar. Caden Sutter does a good job of getting in the way, but the puck ends up going right to Levy. Controlled still now behind the net by the Miners. Oh, we tried to bring it out front. Nice play there. That was Phillips who intercepted that, able to shoot the length of the ice. Phillips goes off for the change. Now Caden Sutter, the other forward, looks like he's going to get the change, so we get some fresh legs out there for the Jacks. Puck brought out to center ice. Pajali pressure and Lamoureux. Ingram had stepped up, unable to make the play, so controlled by the Miners. Ingram, nice play there, gets his stick on it. Unable to clear it, though. Pajali right there takes it not only off his stick, but has a little break going. Unable to get by, but we're going to have a penalty coming up on the Miners. I think Pajali was hooked. I know he was impeded on that play, and I see the referee with his arm up. So Kyler Loudon to the bench, extra skater for the Lumberjacks. Dylan Jopie's controlling it behind. Gets it back to Axel Wyatt. Wyatt, hard time controlling the puck, just sitting there. Over to Jopie. Back to Wyatt again. This is working well for the Lumberjacks, so just controlling this puck. We're seeing the penalty time tick away on the Miners, going to give a much longer power play to the Lumberjacks. Great smart play here just by controlling the puck. Rather than trying to get it down and do something offensively with it, they kept it in the defensive zone, controlled it, probably killed 30 to 40 seconds of the Miners' penalty. So with 6:10 remaining in the period, the Miners have the Lumberjacks have 19 seconds left in Hacker's penalty, but they will go on the power play then for 1 minute 41 seconds. So great heads-up play by the Lumberjacks. Got to give them credit for players on the ice for being smart with the puck and killing the time. So we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for 19 seconds. Hacker's penalty expire, and then we'll see if the Lumberjacks can get their power play going to try to get an assurance goal here. Phillips, Sutter, Ingram, and Jopie out there. So 3 forwards and a defenseman for the first 19 seconds. Miners control it in their defensive zone, being bottled up a little by the Jacks. Sutter comes away with the puck there on the boards. Good play there. So doing an effective job of getting through the 4-on-4 hockey. 2 seconds left in the penalty to Hacker, now full strength. So we're going to have 1 minute 40 seconds of power play. So Hacker with the puck. Hacker puts it in the corner to Sutter. Sutter finds it in the slot. Oh, Ingram wide open there. Puck steered aside by the defense. Great play by Hacker to see him. Jopie winds up, fires, blocked by the defense. Picked up. Oh, shot there by Phillips, just directed wide. A couple good scoring chances on this early parts of this power play. Jopie over. Oh, shot from the line. Ingram with a good shot, steered aside by Toppert. Controlled by Sutter behind. He looks out in front. Puck's out in front. Looks like he was trying to get that puck to Hacker. Hacker was there, but puck smothered by Toppert. And we have a whistle with 1:06 remaining on the power play. 5:16 remaining in the period. And I'll say it again, Jackson Toppert with a couple huge saves there on the penalty kill. Really keeping them in the game. Puck controlled. McMillan on the point with it. McMillan fires a shot, goes wide. Kaiser with the puck. puts it into the corner, controlled and around by the Miners, but unable to clear. That was Carson. Carson over to Kaiser. Kaiser shot on goal. I think that was steered aside by the defense. Pajali brings it across for Carson. Carson walks in. Patient, over to Pajali. Pajali brings it wide. McMillan steps up. McMillan shoots, save at the blocker. And we had Wyatt camped right in front. He got at least one whack at the rebound. Toppert again stands tall, smothers the rebound. Looks like Axel Wyatt has taken McDonald's place on the power play. McDonald was ejected for fighting earlier in the game. And Wyatt's done a really good job of just standing tall in front of the net, screening, tipping rebounds. Looks like a good place for him. So 36 seconds remaining in the power play. 4:46 remaining in the third period. Pajali wins the draw. Back, Kaiser controls it. Kaiser shoots wide. Oh, backdoor. Carson, he shoots, he scores! Heads up play by Zach Carson. Kaiser took the shot wide of the net. It came off the backboards right out to the backside. Zach Carson was standing there. Puck came right to his stick. He one-timed it and did not miss. Huge power play goal for the Lumberjacks. With 4:39 remaining in the third period, puts them up 4-2. So, little early power play magic. Not a lot of penalties this game, but great to see the Lumberjacks get that power play going early. And again, Zach Carson in the right spot at the right time, and he made sure that he put it in the net. So that will be Carson, assisted by Kaiser. I'm not sure who gave the puck to Kaiser. I'm guessing there will be a second assist called up.
17, 12, 27.
Ryder McMillan credited with the other assist on that goal as well. McMillan with the puck now, goes around the D, puts it out in front for Phillips, unable to connect. McMillan back to the point. Jopie with a shot, saved. Puck out to center ice, controlled by the Miners. Taken away by Phillips. Great play there. He's hooked, but he goes in all alone. Great move. Oh, he's hooked 2 or 3 times. No call. Topper did a good job of keeping his eye on the puck the whole time while Phillips was being harassed, hook slashed, everything else. But he never was able to get a great shot off with the pressure on him. But Topper, as I said, kept his eye on the puck and made sure he covered it. The scrum in front. Afterwards, one of the Lumberjacks ended up on the bottom of that pile. Looks like it's Ryan Kaiser, a defenseman crashing the net hard. That's always good to see. Looks like just a typical hockey little scrum. No harm, no foul, no penalties called. Lumberjacks really have put some pressure on this third period. They've opened up the shots on goal. They're now more than doubled up. 50 shots on goal by the Lumberjacks, 24 for the Miners, and I was wrong. There looks like there was some fouls on that play. Ryan Kaiser for the Lumberjacks and Aiden Corbett for the Miners were both shown to the box. I'm guessing they'll even up roughings or something similar to that because there was a good scrum afterwards. Multiple players involved. This has been a relatively clean game. Not a lot of penalties. There hasn't been a lot of chippiness and things happening after the whistle. Actually been a very fun game to watch for a first game of the year. Not all that sloppy like you might expect from a first game of the year. So been some entertaining hockey we've been able to enjoy tonight. These teams will be back here again tomorrow night with a 7:05 face-off time. So hope you will join Tanner Schaefer on the call tomorrow. But a great way to spend a Saturday night watching hockey on SIJHL TV. Referees seem to be sorting this out. We'll wait for the call up. Just say, I think that Coach Lean has to be pretty happy with the way his Lumberjacks have played, particularly the way they've crashed the net and got shots on goals. As I mentioned earlier, last year we saw the Lumberjacks with a shot deficit quite often, but tonight's been a different-looking Lumberjack team. They're taking shots, they're crashing the net, they're having lots of scoring opportunities. This game could easily be 8 or 10-2. If not for the play of Jackson Toppert, who has just, as I've said multiple times, I've sang his praises, he's played a great game back there in net for the Miners. Toppert is, as I mentioned earlier, he's from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. He's an 03, stands 5'10", weight of 170. It's, I believe, his first year in the SIJHL, if I'm not mistaken, but looks like he could have a bright future in this league. So it looks like the officials finally have this sorted out with 4:09 remaining in the period, the third period. Again, Lumberjacks lead 4-2. They have an offensive zone faceoff coming up. Whatever the penalties called up, we were playing 5-on-5 hockey, so the Lumberjacks are coming. I'm sorry. I have things way wrong. It looks...
Okay, so just 20 is on the clock for unsportsmanlike.
For them?
Yeah, yep. Okay.
I'm going to have to get this sorted out. Right now, there's only 3 minors on the ice.
Penalties on the
And
red
we
minor.
got 24-27.
Number 20, David for unsportsmanlike conduct.
But those aren't on the board.
Correct.
So what are the
I'm listening here to get it is 5-on-4 hockey. So the penalty that's on the board went to number 20, David Bull, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Kaiser was called for roughing, as well as Aiden Corbin.
And Kaiser, and then Kaiser for roughing, and one other minor for a shot on goal, save. Rebound there, shot wide by Pajali. Good shot there by McMillan on that. Controlled behind by Phillips. I'll get the penalty sorted out on the next whistle to get you exactly what happened. Carson takes it away behind the net, brings it out to McMillan at the point. McMillan over to Jopie. Jopie makes a nice move there, comes to the center ice, takes a shot, doesn't get through. Defense is able to stop it. Pajali with it. Pajali's patient, got over to McMillan. McMillan back to Pajali. Pajali walks in. Turns and fires, weak shot, gets through. Covered by Toppert. Phillips on the doorstep for the rebound, but nothing came out to him.
Unsportsmanlike coincidentals. And then 20.
Yeah, the other penalty to the Red Lake was number 24, Aiden Corbett. He got a coincidental roughing call along with Ryan Kaiser. And then, as I said, Bull ended up with an unsportsmanlike conduct. Big hit behind the net. Puck taken away by Jopie. Jopie up to Ingram. Ingram gets it knocked off, but Sutter's there for the puck. Sutter's able to get it partway in the zone, controlled by the Miners and fired the length of the ice. 2:50 remaining in the third period, 42 seconds in the penalty. The Lumberjacks would love to get set up and get a couple more shots at extending their lead. Sutter dumps it into the corner, chases it down, comes away with the puck. Good hustle there. Brings it across over to Hacker. Hacker back to Sutter. Sutter turns, regroups, brings it back to the point. Nice move there by Ingram. Ingram shoots wide. Hacker misses Sutter on the pass. Miners are able to pick it up and shoot it down the length of the ice. Should effectually kill off the power play with 5 seconds remaining. 2:13 remaining in the game. Lumberjacks with a 4-2 lead. Jopie's content just to stay behind the net, wait for his team to regroup. No one's putting pressure on him. Mason Mawet is waiting there, and Jopie's just going to sit and wait and see what till somebody pressures him. So finally they came for him. He flips it up high, gets it out of the zone, a little far for Ingram. But Jopie did a good job of wasting 10 seconds or so. Brought in now by Bull. Bull, who just returned to the ice from the penalty, and now the Lumberjacks are going to get a penalty for too many men on the ice. Saw the linesman right there as one of the Lumberjacks was trying to get off the ice, and the linesman was having none of that. Nope, you have 6 guys plus your goalie on the ice, so Lumberjacks will be killing a penalty with 1:45 remaining in the third period and a 2-goal lead. Too many men on the ice. The penalty will be served by number 19, Hayden Staley. Hayden's a 2004 rookie this year with the Lumberjacks from Franklin, Tennessee. So Dylan Phillips, I called his name a lot. Dylan's new with the team. He's a 2003 from Raleigh, North Carolina. He is on the faceoff. He wins the draw, controlled there by Kaiser. Kaiser fakes the big windup to go around the boards. He faked a couple of guys out, and he's able to turn the other way and fire at the length of the ice. A really good deception play there by Kaiser. Red Lake has to regroup. 1:30 remaining in the game. Puck brought in there. Aiden Corbett had the whistle, offsides. Again, a move made right before the blue line that I think pulled his team offside. So 1:25 remaining. Without a goal by the Miners, the Lumberjacks will be shorthanded the rest of the game. Puck there, Phillips fighting for it along the boards, able to get his stick on it and dump it in down deep. A good hustle play there by Phillips, just gritty play. Pajali chases behind the net, hoping to cut him off, but Miners come out with it. Puck comes out to Kaiser at center ice. Kaiser just fires it back down in. Clock ticking down, just over 1 minute left in the regulation of play. Miners having a hard time. They're getting bottled up and not able to get it down the offensive zone. I'm sure they want to get their goalie off here shortly, but they've been unable to get it set up in the offensive zone at all. Gritty play by the Lumberjacks, now brought in by Dickey. Dickey fires and turns, and a great pass on the back door to Mawat. Someone got a stick on it, and finally the Miners are able to get their goalie off. So Lumberjacks playing 6-on-4 right now. Sutter unable to clear the puck. Carson fighting for it. Puck comes out, controlled by Lamoureux. Lamoureux with the shot. Fired away there, and it's going to go in the net. What a play. Ryan Kaiser is clearing the puck, shoots it off the near boards, gets the carom, and the puck goes into the net. That'll be one of the easier goals Kaiser gets. He made a great play just to clear the zone, and ends up going in the net. So great job, Ryan Kaiser, for your first goal as a Wisconsin Lumberjack. That puts the Lumberjacks up 5-2 with 18.8 seconds left. A shorthanded goal by Ryan Kaiser. I'm sure that's one he'll be talking about for a while. Knowing how hockey players think and boast, Ryan is going to tell people that he planned it that way for the. Oh, so had the draw, but we had a whistle. Somebody wasn't. Oh, timeout called by the Lumberjacks.
27 from 21.
Interesting timeout with 18.3 seconds left. So there was an assist on that goal, and it makes sense. Kyler Loudon, the goalie, he made the save. Puck came to Kaiser. Kaiser brought it off the board. So Loudon with his first point of the year. I've really sang the praises today of Jackson Toppert, the goalie for Red Lake, but I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the job Kyler Loudon has done as well. While he hasn't seen as many shots, there have been some defensive zone breakdowns where he has seen point-blank shots, and especially midway through the first period, he had a couple huge saves. So great game being played by Kyler as well. I don't want to short-sight the job he has done to keep the Lumberjacks in this position. Puck controlled by the Jacks. Jopie with it. Jopie just flips it out. Kind of humorous there. Umferville takes a shot at Jopie and ends up on his backside. I think you find a 6'4" or so Dylan Jopie isn't real easy to knock off the puck. So puck's just controlled by Red Lake behind their net. Oh, now we got Umferville going after another player. I don't think he liked the fact that Jopie put him down. He took a punch at Jopie. Yeah. Umferville went after probably the second smallest guy on the Lumberjacks, Connor Hacker. Connor's a tough kid, but Umferville took a shot at Jopie in the Jacks defensive zone, and he went after Jopie, but he ended up going down. So then as time expired, he went after Hacker, and Jopie stepped up. He took a punch at Jopie, and looking at Dylan Jopie, he's not the guy you're going to want to mess with size-wise, but a little frustration there, obviously, by Umferville. He didn't like being shown up by trying to knock Jopie down and getting the worst end of the deal. He took a couple shots, but, again, nothing happened at the end of the game, so just a little bit of excitement there. Here we are, final score, 5-2. A great start to the season by the Wisconsin Lumberjacks. Pretty rounded scoring for them. A great showing in net by Kyler Loudon. The Lumberjacks outshot Red Lake 53-26. So I'm sure this is a game that the Lumberjacks will be very happy with. Coach Lean and his staff be very excited about how they played. Always nice to start the season with a W. We got the same two teams going to join us tomorrow. We see the Lumberjacks giving their salute to the crowd. And great job by the Lumberjacks. As I stated, same two teams will be back tomorrow night. Opening face-off 7:05. We're going to have Tanner Schaefer on the call tomorrow. And for those of you fans that are new watching Lumberjack games, you will find that he does a much better job than I do. I'm just filling in occasionally. We're happy that you're able to join us today on SIJHL TV. And look forward to you joining us tomorrow night and the rest of the year. And as I sign off, this is Mike Schaefer saying great job, Lumberjacks. As always, go Jacks.